The Chinese New Year is the most significant holiday which marks the beginning of spring, so it also called Spring Festival. The Chinese calendar is based on a combination of lunar and solar movements. The holiday was a time to honor household and heavenly deities as well as ancestors. Most people have a week off, as such this time is known as a Golden Week. To celebrate the Spring Festival, millions of Chinese people will return home. Everyone wants to be home to pass the year. 40 days travel period known as the Spring Festival Rush. It is the biggest mass immigration of people on the earth. Train stations, airports, and highways are incredibly congested at this time. There is a lot of Chinese superstitions related to the New Year. In preparation for the holiday, a huge cleanup gets underway days before the New Year, when Chinese houses are cleaned from top to the bottom to sweep away any traces of bad luck, and doors and windows are given a new coat of paint, usually red. Cleaning was also meant to appease the god who would be coming down from heaven to make inspections. Chinese people hold the superstitious belief that getting a haircut at a time when the dragon raises its head means they will have a vigorous start to the new year. If a person have a haircut during the first months of the lunar year, however, a maternal uncle will die. Markets are set up near the New Year, especially for the vendors to sell New Year-related products. Many decorations are beheld in the house or business. Every household usually sticks posters of various sizes bearing the Chinese character Fu, meaning good fortune, on doors and walls. The character is symbol of happiness, bliss, and fortune. Sticking the poster upside down means arrival of luck, happiness, and prosperity.
Bright colors, spirited parades, and the pop of firecrackers. They're the unforgettable sights and sounds of the Spring Festival, commonly known in the West as Chinese New Year. It's a celebration that lasts 15 days, the most colorful and important holiday on the Chinese calendar. The Chinese have been celebrating the New Year since 2000 BC. But the origins of this now joyous holiday were born of fear and myth, not festivity. An ancient Chinese legend tells the story of the wild beast Nian, who appeared each year at the end of winter, attacking and killing villagers. To scare the beast away, they used the color red, loud noise, and bright light. The customs of Chinese New Year were born. Nian is also the Chinese word for year, and much like a wild beast, the year was something to be feared, as flood, famine, and sickness took many lives. On the New Year, families gathered for a reunion to see who had survived, and to wish the best for the year to come. Today, the tradition continues as families celebrate the New Year together. Throughout the centuries, Chinese New Year celebrations have been held at different times under different emperors. In 1911, the Republic of China was established under Sun Yat-sen. Soon after, the country adopted the foreign solar-based Gregorian calendar, establishing New Year celebrations for January 1st. During the political turmoil of the early 20th century, the Chinese government returned to its roots and re-established the traditional lunar calendar to set the dates for holidays. Chinese New Year is celebrated at the beginning of the first month of the lunar calendar, around late January, early February on the Western calendar. People crowd city streets, buying new clothes and shoes. They shop for the best firecrackers and choose special ingredients for the festive meal. Red is the color of happiness and abundance. Families enjoy the New Year's Eve feast with plate after plate of elaborate food, the most symbolic meal of the year. A whole fish stands for abundance, a chicken for good luck, both served with head and tail, symbolizing a good beginning and end for the coming year. After the meal, elders pass out small red envelopes called hongbao. Each has New Year greeting on the outside and lucky money on the inside. On the first day of the new year, people take to the streets, filling the day with the explosion of firecrackers. The celebration continues for 2 weeks with traditional ceremonies and days of rest. On the 15th day, the Lantern Festival arrives, signaling the end of the holiday. It's a tradition that can be traced back to 200 BC, when the emperors of the Han Dynasty lit their palace with lanterns to pay tribute to the universe. Today, the lanterns provide a glowing backdrop for a lively parade. As lion dancers and beautiful dragons wind their way through the streets, warding off evil spirits and bringing good luck. A symbolic celebration comes to an end, but the promise of good fortune fills the air as the Chinese year begins anew.
The celebration was traditionally highlighted with a religious ceremony given in honor of heaven and earth, the gods of the household and family ancestors. Remembering and showing respect for ancestors was once an important part of Chinese New Year celebration too. Chinese families placed food, burned incense on home altars devoted to those who had passed on. They also said prayers to the departed relatives, who they still considered part of the family. The traditional Chinese culture, from Confucianism, Buddhism to martial art and Chinese cuisine, has an enormous influence the world, as well as cultures with whom the Chinese had extensive interaction. These include Koreans, Mongolians, Vietnamese, and formerly the Japanese. This video is introducing the history of traditions of Chinese New Year to non-Asian people. I want as many people as possible to learn Chinese culture.